Hey fans, Hoggy's here with a Bioshock Infinite review. Game of the year in Hoggy's opinion. Or one of the many games of this year. But anyways, it's a good game. You know, it takes place in the 20s on an island in the sky called Columbia. You go up there, you know, something happens at the beginning. I'm not going to ruin this game for you, but something happens at the beginning. Go to a lighthouse, and all of a sudden you're in Colombia, and you got to look for this girl, Elizabeth. And you're like, what's going on? So you find this girl, you go to the towns, and all these things, and you get these guns and vigors, powers you get. Hog's having a brain fart, fans. It's been a while since we played this game, a couple months. Came out, what, March? It's been a while for Hog. Hog should have replayed it before we came to playing stuff. But it's a good game. You play as Book of DeWitt. DeWitt. And there's Elizabeth right there. Elizabeth's pretty cute. Hogs couldn't help but keep looking at her in that dress the whole time he was playing it. But anyway, fans, it's a good game. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And in this one, you get vigors and you get gear. Gear to upgrade your guy, gives you different powers and stuff. And you gotta figure out what's going on. You figure out they kidnapped this girl and you find her. And they got this thing called the songbird, which is a huge giant mechanical bird that attacks you. And everybody wants to kill you. Everybody's out for your blood. And you're just shooting everybody. You know, the other ones are good. They were underwater. Huggies like that rapture, but this one in the sky, Huggies didn't really like it as much as the other ones. You know, you get these vigors. Let me remember what they are. You know, you get possession. You can possess people, and you can possess machines. You also get Devil's Kiss, which lights people on fire. The Murder of Crows sends out a whole flock of crows at your enemies. Buck and Bronco, which throws them up in the air, and they stay up in the air for a minute. You can shoot them and stuff. And you also get Shock Jockey, which electrifies them. Like the Hog's most electrifying man in reviewing business. You also get Charge, which makes you run really fast, charge into people like a mad bull. You get Undertow. I don't even remember what Undertow does. You also get Return to Sender. Return to Sender. That's a good Elvis song. If my grandma was watching this video right now, she'd be having a hot day. You know, Elvis. Return to Sender. Return to Sender. That's all I know about the song. All I know is an Elvis song. But that's about good for Elvis impressions, Hoggies. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, the gear. You know, you get gear like you get hats. You don't get to see them though. You get hats, which you know, make you get more better stuff. You also get shirts and boots and pants. A bunch of good stuff. But yeah, you gotta go. You fight enemies, you know, the fireman. He's a big man. He's a big, like, he sets you on fire. You also get the handyman, which is a huge man with these huge giant hands. He's got this little heart in the middle. And there's an achievement, fans, or a trophy to shoot that heart, and only the heart. So Hoggy sat there and did it about 30 times. Couldn't get the achievement. And then Hoggy said, you know what, I'm fed up. And he just shot the thing. Then he didn't hit the heart once, he thinks. And then he got the achievement. And Hoggy's like, wow, that's amazing how stupid that was. You also get, Elizabeth does this thing called Tears, which she tears open the world. And you can bring stuff in, like different other things from the other world, like turrets and stuff. But yeah, you get the girl and you gotta escape, and you gotta find Comstock, who's the bad guy. And you gotta do all this stuff. You can find voxophones and kaleidoscopes, I think. Lets you see stuff. This is a good game, fans, you know. And then, you know, you get to the end and you're on this big, don't want to ruin it for you, but you're on this Zeppelin, and you get to actually use the songbird for your advantage. You get to call it down, it helps you fight, and there's like a vicious battle you fight for like a half hour. And at the end there's a bunch of twisties at the end. You find out. Shut it off right now, fans, you don't want spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's spoiler alert. So fans, you find out at the end that you are actually Comstock, and there's different versions of you. That there's millions of these lighthouses that you get to go in. One of them you go back to Rapture, and you find out that you could be Andrew Ryan. Isn't that a treat? They also announced DLC, which I don't know if you actually get to fight in it or not, because Hogs are hearing that you get to go to Rapture, and you're with Elizabeth. In one of the DLCs, you book a DeWitt, but they didn't say nothing about you actually fighting people. They said you get to walk around. It's more like not really a fighting game. And then the second part, you get to be Elizabeth. So I wonder how that's going to play out, fans. That might be a treat, be Elizabeth. But they just released this thing called Clash in the Clouds, which is like I think it's like a challenge pack. But who cares? Hogs don't care. That's about it for Bioshock, fans. Get that 10 out of 10. But I also got myself Defiance. You ever seen the TV show? TV show was good. Hogs watched the whole thing. Hope there's a second season because it was pretty good. You know, Weinstein, the cameraman, went out, he got this game. And I saw it and I was like, that's pretty good. It's an MMO for the ages. First MMO ever on Xbox 360. You've never seen that before, fans. But Weinstein had it, so Hog said, maybe I'll get it and I'll play it with him. And we play, you know, you can do single, it's not single player. You gotta be online all the time. And I mean, you can join other people and play. You can, like, the missions are separate, so if you do missions, other people can't just jump in your mission and ruin it for you. And you get these things called Arch Falls. And you go to the Arch Falls, and like some of them have like, you gotta shoot this crystal, or you gotta shoot this big giant monster and stuff. And after that, you get like experience and a bunch of stuff, and it's pretty fun. But they take like a half hour shooting this thing. And you get vehicles to drive, and you can upgrade the vehicles after you use the gun a certain amount of time. Like you say you're using an assault rifle. After a while, it'll level up, and you'll get like ×2 damage, more reload. Like the vehicles, you get more boost, they do more damage, the speed's higher. And they have races and stuff, and they got these rampage things. Huggies looks at it, people's got like 1,000,000 points on these things. I play, I get like 1,000 points, like I don't know how you get millions of points. You get like 40 bullets on some of them, and you run out of ammo, that's the end of it. And I don't understand. But it's pretty good, you get to make characters. You can be a human, or you could be a, I can't even think of what they're called. I don't know what they're called, but you can be that. And they unleashed, you get to be, Daytac Tar. Well, not him, but you get to be his race. I don't think what they're called. I can't remember. But they're white looking. It's a good game, you know. Hogs had it for a couple months. Weinstein, he's done with it, he thinks. But Hoggies, you know, he picks at it every once in a while because it gets boring, you know. Like last night, Hoggies played it, and I died probably 70 times. And you can revive yourself once, and then you extract yourself back. And it restarts you back to like your last checkpoint area or something. So all of a sudden, Hog's playing last night and he has to restart. He's like a mile away. He's gonna drive that mile and do it all over again. But you know, it's pretty good. A bunch of guns you can get. You get armors. You can buy armor sets and stuff. And they got co-op missions. Bunch of enemies. Me and Weinstein played about a month ago, and they had the Volge on, and they are hard as hell to beat. Weinstein is dying. And every time he kept dying, he kept saying, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. So Weinstein just said, it is getting dark, and he shut his console right off. He had enough. But Hoggies played it last night for a while. Might play it tonight again for a while, because he ain't really got nothing else to play. You know, I brought over The Last of Us halfway through that, but Weinstein won't let me play it because he wants to play it after. So I can't play it. But Last of Us, I'll get you a review of that. That is the best game Hoggies has ever played. It's so emotional. The Hogs, it's a tearjerker. The Hogs had tears in his eyes playing it, fans. He was crying almost. This is a sad, sad game. These people really know how to make a sad game touch the Hogs. Hogs thought he was watching a Lifetime movie. He had his napkins next to him and he was wiping his eyes. Oh, boo-hoo, the Hogs was doing. But anyway, that's enough of the Hogs' problems. Hog's got other reviews. You know, also, Hog's lady friend, she made me go get Black Ops 2 for her, and she sits there and plays that. And I've never seen someone get as mad at a video game as me as her. She's get hollering, saying, these men come out of nowhere, kill me. She gets like 2 kills a match. Hogs laughs at her. And she gets so mad at the Hoggies for that. Oh. But anyways, I'll get some more reviews later sometime. Have a good night. a good time till you see his face again. Yeti boy! Woo! Hi, guys!